Welcome to the main topic of the episode, our Super Bowl preview. We got the New England Patriots going against the Seattle Seahawks. So, this, I'm going to start by looking at the Patriots. They've been battling it out with the Broncos all season. Drake May was second in MVP voting behind Matthew Stafford, who won it. I talked about that earlier, the MVP honors. But Drake May is an absolute superstar. He has been making plays and elevating a Patriots offense that is honestly, they're not good. Let's just be honest here. They're not great. But he did that during the regular season. During the postseason, he hasn't exactly been playing well, hasn't been exactly making plays that are ideal for the Patriots, and yet somehow they win. To be fair, they did beat the Chargers, who have a non existent offensive line, and the Patriots' defense is still very, very good. Melton Williams is playing amazing postseason ball again. And then against the Texans, they played against the. How do I phrase this? They played against a dumpster at quarterback who had some of the worst turnovers I've ever seen in my life. CJ Stroud played horrendously that game. And that's the only reason they won, because Drake May didn't play much better either. The Texans defense, one of the top defenses in the league, forced turnovers out of them and out of Drake May, forcing fumbles. And then even against the Broncos, Drake May did not play amazing. I believe that if the Broncos were healthy, they had not Jared Stidham. If they had Bo Nix at quarterback, they would have won that game. Jared Stidham, he underthrew a couple balls and overthrew a couple that I believe Bo Nix would have completed those passes. So they have had an interesting path to get here. Drake May hasn't exactly played his best football, and as we know, he can play a whole heck of a lot better. And honestly, when it comes to winning the actual game, I believe Drake May is going to have to put on an MVP performance for them to do that against a Seattle team that is just better on both sides of the ball at this point. And then we're going to look at the Seahawks. The Seahawks have been, for me, top team in the league the entire season. Sam Darnold is proved that he could do it again after going 14-3 with the Vikings last season. He did it again this year. The Seahawks were the 1 seed. They got the bye. They demolished the 49ers in the divisional round. They had touchdowns on special teams. They were making plays all over the field. It was absolutely disgusting and a complete demolition even before the 49ers started putting in all the reserves. And then that's not even touching on Jackson Smith-Njigba. As I talked about earlier, Offensive Player of the Year. He had 1,700, almost 1,800 receiving yards. He was an absolute monster all season, and he's continuing it this postseason as well. He had a beautiful one-handed catch against the Rams, and I believe I was said at the start of the playoffs that whoever comes out of the NFC is going to win a Super Bowl, and I've been on the record saying that the Seahawks and the Rams are going to, those two teams, one of them is going to win the Super Bowl. So let's just get straight into my prediction. I believe that the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl, and they're going to win it handily at that. When you look at the offensive side of the football and compare both offenses, you might have Drake May as the top offensive player. It's a debate. It's an honest debate between him and Jackson Smith-Njigba. One is is the second for MVP. The other one is Offensive Player of the Year. So that is an honest debate right there for 1 and 2. But when you look at 3 and 4, I'm putting Sam Darnold and Kenneth Walker there over anyone on the Patriots, if we're going to be honest. Who are we going to put there? Travion Henderson, who has not been as consistent as a lot of people would have liked in his rookie season. Or we're going to put Stephon Diggs there, Kayshon Boutte, above Kenneth Walker, Sam Darnold? No. So, however you slice it, Seahawks have at least 3 of the top 5 offensive players in this game. And then when you look at the defensive side of the ball, first of all, Mike Macdonald is a defensive genius. Unlike Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan, they're geniuses on the offensive side. Mike Macdonald is a genius on the other side of the football, and he has the players to do so. I will say, I believe Christian Gonzalez is the top defender in this game, but outside of that, it might be, you could honorable mention to Milton Williams, who has been playing well, but the Seahawks have Nick Emmanwori, who did turn his ankle, but he has said he will play. They have Reek Woolen, they have Devin Witherspoon, they have Leonard Williams on the D-line, and other D-linemen as well. I am giving the Seahawks 4 of the top 5 defenders as well. It's not close. The talent disparity between the Seahawks and the Patriots right now is immense. But that is honestly something that you would expect for a team that wasn't even close to sniffing the playoffs last year. Mike Vrabel, he won Coach of the Year, deservingly too. The Patriots, they made a ton of offseason moves and deals. And then in the draft as well, bringing in Will Campbell and Travion Henderson. But when you have such a quick turnaround, you can't exactly expect to win the talent battle. So I will pick the Seahawks. However, there are ways in which the Patriots can win. I mentioned Will Campbell. That is one of them right there. He has to prove that he deserves to be a tackle in the NFL in this game. He got demolished in the past couple games and has somewhat been looking like his short arms might deserve to be moved to guard. However, if he can protect Drake May and give him time to pass the ball around the field, we've seen that Drake May can throw the ball and put the ball wherever he wants, no matter what. So that is really key for them. Also, Nick Emmanwori, like I said, he turned his ankle. He said that he's going to play, but it'll be interesting to see what truly happens there. I saw something that people were drawing similarities between the last Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Seahawks. Cam Chancellor tore ligaments in his knee and took him out. And there are a lot of similarities between Nick Emmanwori and Cam Chancellor. They're both big secondary players. Cam Chancellor has been seen coaching up Nick Emmanwori too on the sideline. So if any Patriots fans out there, I know there are Patriots fans all around me. I'm in Massachusetts. If Patriots fans want to believe in destiny, that is something they could believe in right there. But I am going to stick with the Seahawks for this pick. And it's kind of ironic. The Seahawks will have the opportunity to win the Super Bowl in their NFC West rival, 49ers Stadium. I know 49ers fans are definitely not happy about it. Some of them that I've talked to, they said they came to the realization that the Seahawks are going to win in the 49ers Stadium, and they are not happy about that at all. So that is everything that I have on the Super Bowl. Not a crazy amount of discussion to be had, honestly, because I believe that it might turn out a bit like it did last year between the Eagles and the Chiefs. I think that the Seahawks will absolutely steamroll over the Patriots, and it won't be that entertaining of a game overall.